The stock market doesn't just move your money, it plays with your mind. On Friday, we were down almost $300,000 across all of our accounts since the Iran war started. That includes our bridge account and the retirement accounts that we're not even touching yet. And I felt it immediately. The stress, the doubt, and the knot in the stomach. But by Monday morning, the market turned green, and suddenly I felt fine again. A quick context for you. If you're new here, welcome. My husband and I retired early at 53 and 55. We have no pensions, and we didn't get an inheritance. Everything we have, we've built over time. Now, right now, we're living off from a $400,000 bridge account while our retirement accounts grow in the background. And we've designed this plan specifically for moments like this. We hold 30 months of cash in SGOV, and the rest is invested in equities. This isn't theory for us. This is our real life. We still had the same plan, the same money, and the same life. The math didn't change, and our lives didn't change. The only thing that changed was the color on my phone turned from red to green. Let me take you back to last Friday, March 20th. The market had been sliding for days. The headlines were getting louder, and everything felt uncertain. And then I opened our accounts. We were down $300,000. And it just sat there. Now, logically, I know this isn't realized. This is normal market behavior. And this has happened before. But emotionally, it doesn't feel normal. It feels like something is broken, like you missed something, like you made a mistake. And that's the first trap. The market doesn't just move your money, it moves your identity. And for a moment, I stopped feeling like someone with a solid plan and started feeling like someone who got it wrong. And what surprised me the most wasn't the drop, but it was how quickly my brain believed that story. Now, we spent the weekend talking about it, not panicking, but definitely feeling it. And I found myself doing what I think a lot of people were doing. We were running that what if scenario on repeat. What if this keeps going? What if this is something bigger? What if we're wrong? And here's the thing. None of those thoughts were based on our plan. They were based on how it felt in the moment. Because your brain is wired to protect you. And when it sees uncertainty, it turns that into fear. And then it builds a story about that fear. And that story feels real, even if it isn't. Stories like maybe we retired too early. Maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe we should have waited. But none of those came from the math. All of them came from emotion. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. While I was feeling all of that, thinking that my husband felt the same way, he was actually seeing something completely different. He wasn't stressed. He was focused. He was already thinking about Monday. Looking at the prices, looking at the opportunities, and planning where to deploy cash. While I was looking at the headlines, he was looking at the value. So while I saw risk, he only saw opportunity. It was the same situation, but two completely different realities. And then Monday morning came, and everything flipped. The market opened, and it was green, just like that. The headlines changed, the tone shift, and the fear just disappeared. I felt it instantly. I felt relief, like everything was going to be okay again. But here's the problem. Nothing actually changed. So let that sink in. Our plan didn't change. Our timeline didn't change. And our strategy didn't change. The only thing that changed was the color of the screen. And that's how powerful this is. It can change how you feel without changing anything real. This is a game that most people don't realize they're playing. We don't react to reality. We react to the signals. And the market is one of the most powerful emotional signal systems there is. When the market is red, it feels like danger. It triggers loss aversion, and it makes you question everything. But when the market is green, it feels like safety. It reinforces confidence, and it makes you forget about risk. But both are misleading in the short term because neither one reflects your actual plan. They reflect movement, not meaning. And here's the part that nobody talks about. The market isn't trying to teach you anything. It's exposing you. It's showing you how you react to uncertainty, how quickly you abandon your plan, and how much your emotion controls your decisions. Because the truth is, most people don't fail because of bad investments. They fail because of bad reactions. They sell when things feel the worst, and they buy when things start to feel safe. And that cycle repeats over and over again. The crazy thing is that my husband was actually disappointed on Monday because his buy orders didn't hit, and he wanted the lower prices. He wanted more red. Now think about that. The thing that made me feel better made him feel frustrated. And this is where most people get it wrong. They feel good when they should be cautious, and they feel scared when they should be patient. Green days feel safe, but it's usually when things are most expensive. Red feels uncomfortable, but that's where long-term wealth is built. And if you can't sit through the red, you won't benefit from the green. Here's what this weekend really showed me: that the market will constantly try to pull you out of your plan, not with logic, but with emotion. And if you don't understand that, it will keep pulling you off your plan again and again. Not because your plan is broken, but because your emotions override it. If you have ever felt that shift from panic to relief without anything actually changing, now you know why. The market isn't just testing your portfolio, it's testing you. And if you don't understand that, it will keep pulling you off your plan. So stay steady and go enjoy your life. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you in the next video.